esa derecha.
Y esto, ahora sí que bien, un buen round tiraste.
Got to throw the right.
Un poquito más de presión, pero que bien combinaste. Estuvo muy bueno el round.
He's just waiting for you. You gotta go.
Hiciste como quisiste. Pero todo bien. La decisión no la van a dar, hijo, por favor.
You have to keep on throwing the left. He's just waiting for you.
Straight in at him, right? Give me a little more movement on time. Fight him. He fighting you. Fight him sometime and go. And you gotta let your left hand.
All right, here's David Diaz trying very hard to get something over on Erik Morales. And, you know, for all his effort, he's missing a lot. And now you see the efficiency of Morales, the straight, crisp punches. There it is. I mean, that's as good as you can execute that punch.
Boy. And David Diaz continued walking in.
Now, one thing we should point out about Diaz, he was taking a beating from Santa Cruz, 9 rounds,
absolutely,
and won the fight.
Way behind.
So don't overreact to what's happened so far.
Well, but one thing, Diaz, another thing he's not doing is what his corner, Kevin Cunningham and Jim Strickland, want. They want him jabbing. He's landed 7 jabs through 4 rounds.
You know, and we are in the 5th round. And you know what? One thing is that, you know, David Diaz is not fighting Santa Cruz. Morales can take a shot.
Excellent point.
And, you know, and he's been aware of the power that Diaz has brought to this fight.
And back it up again, he's taken some hellacious shots. Let's face it, he's lost 4 of his last 5, and he really went down in a firefight against Manny Pacquiao that 3rd time. Lasted only 3 rounds. So what have you done for me lately? He's gone down in flames, but tonight, he is coming up huge.
Well, you know what, the one thing, though, and this is another surprising thing besides the fact that he's the younger man, he's actually fought more recently than Diaz. Diaz hasn't fought since the Santa Cruz fight last August.
Good point.
Right here, you know, he's smothering his own self. He needs to give himself a little distance. Good left uppercut right there by Diaz, who's actually worked it inside pretty good. Right there, he tried to maintain. He threw that right hook knowing that he wasn't going to catch him, but he just tried to maintain him right there in front of him. So that way Morales wouldn't be able to move.
Right, Diaz content to stand in front now. And now try to muscle Morales and get him in retreat. But Morales dangerous, creating space and even backing up and landing. And look at him move around now. He hasn't abandoned the jab there. Sinks it right to the body of Diaz.
And I'm going to tell you one thing right now, you guys. I noticed that Diaz leaves that right side of his open. I'm waiting to see if Morales is actually going to throw a lift to the body. Goes straight right to the body right there, but I don't see that lift.
Second time, good combination lands from Diaz. That right hand found a home to the chin of Morales, but Morales with a lot of
right there
shooting.
Right there, that lift should have been right there. Good.
Wow, driving Diaz back.
Well, I'll tell you, man, there's one word that describes Diaz: tenacious. He's not particularly skilled, but man, he's tenacious Diaz.
That's for the Bonavena you were talking about, right?
But you know that all that tenacious is not going to be paying off because his right eye is starting to swell up pretty bad.
Well, the only thing is you have to watch for the stamina of Morales if this fight stays at this pace.
He's doing very little wrong and tons of things right. Absolutely, to me, looking like that, obviously the more polished fighter in bigger fights, which he's been in. And that seems to be the difference. He's bringing everything to this fight so far.
That was good. Straight left by Diaz right there. Moving around.
What another round it looks good for Morales. Five blazingly hot rounds here in Chicago. Through that. And Morales has been a lot longer than this in big fights before.
177 World Championship round.
You take that out, okay? I'm good.
Wow, that's a little bit of a disparity.
That's staggering. It just punctuates the point. This guy, Morales, has been in all times, whatever it takes.
Let's look at the replay, and I'll tell you what I think this is like. You see, Diaz doing some pretty good work in there. Doing some pretty good work, but he's more of a clubbing puncher than a sharp puncher. Morales is a sharp puncher. But this is kind of like when Davey Moore right after winning his world title in 1983, fought Roberto Duran. We all thought Duran was washed up.
That's a
But you know,
comparison again, Wally.
when the fight actually took place. Anyway, we got a little.
David Diaz didn't like the fact that the referee told him to break and Morales hit him.
Yeah, Diaz is mad about it now.
But he needs to be patient because you know what, losing his composure is not going to help him. He's going to leave himself open.
Morales picked him off there coming in.
To go back to that Duran Moore thing, Moore showed himself in comparison to Duran to be a rank amateur that night, even though he was, he appeared to be the man on the way up.
Remember that well. What about the spacing, how Morales is able to see back up, and still measure and then unload that way? What should Diaz be doing? Closing distance and not allowing that?
But what he needs to do is kind of throw feints a little bit and make Morales either cover up or throw a shot, and then when he sees that opportunity to get in, then step in there and do what he has to do, like right now.
So Wally touched on it earlier. It's a matter of who can control the distance of this fight, where this fight should be fought at. So far, it's been Morales more than Diaz, but they both had their moments here.
And I'm going to tell you guys one thing right now. David Diaz is throwing everything, including forearms and elbows, as you can see.
Yeah, and he's where he wants to be.
That's an illegal hit right there. That's an illegal hit right there. Referee warning both fighters, don't hit behind the head.
Oh, this is a mean fight. Some serious shots from both guys.
And I like that. I like to see David Diaz make it
Get
overall.
physical, huh?
Yeah, you got to do it.
He has to.
with a experienced fighter like Morales, who may eventually fade away, but obviously he looks like he's in pretty good shape. He's in the 6th round right now.
Look at the eye.
Very good job right now.
Look at the swelling under Diaz's eye.
And
Diaz has got to take this into the street. That's it.
he has to do it, and he has to maintain that right hand up because he's actually letting Morales land that shot on there, and that's what's causing the swelling.
I mean, I want to ask you guys if you're surprised that Morales appears to be enjoying this fight. He's not running from the slugfest.
No, he's getting hurt there. He got hurt there, but
He got hurt. That's why he dropped that left hand. He got hurt. Or he didn't get hurt, but he felt that punch.
Oh, yeah.
But Wally, I just think at all of that experience, and if he, and if it's not a spent bullet, yes, we talked about that. We're going to address that in the corner. Wow, between rounds, it's a big issue. But all the experience showing in Erik Morales here tonight, halfway through this war of attrition.
Well, Morales doesn't want to go with a defeat out now because he says that if he loses, he will retire.
As we go first to the corner, there's the eye.